the Ferrobus of Bolivia. Now, on the other hand, Bolivia's rail bus, called the Ferrobus, isn't exactly what you'd call a tourist attraction. The first reason? The Ferrobus isn't something most tourists would even think about riding. And the second reason? For the Bolivians living in remote villages across the Andes, the Ferrobus is just an everyday way to get around. What it really is basically a regular bus mounted right onto train tracks. And we're not talking about some fancy coach bus you'd use to travel between big cities. This thing looks like any run-of-the-mill rural minibus. There's no luggage space inside either, so passengers have to strap their bags onto the roof. This rail bus runs between Bolivia's capital, Sucre, and the city of Potosí, which sits deep in the heart of the Andes. The whole reason this Ferrobus exists is because Potosí is so tough to reach by any other means. The railway, winding about 185 miles through the Andes, is pretty roughly built, packed with sharp curves and steep inclines, so much so that a standard train just can't handle the ride. That's why they decided to run the Ferrobus along these tracks instead. But here's the upside. Even though it's not built for sightseeing, the few adventurous tourists who do ride it get a front row seat to some of Bolivia's most remote landscapes, sharing the journey with locals all the way up to Potosí, which sits at a breathtaking 13,420 feet above sea level, making it one of the highest cities on the planet. And trust me, Potosí itself is worth the visit. The Spanish founded the city back in 1545 at the foot of the Cerro Rico, known as the Rich Mountain. In fact, the name Potosí comes from Quechua and means rich mountain because deep inside that peak, the Spanish discovered enormous deposits of silver, which sparked the city's founding. Riding the Ferrobus along those narrow tracks, weaving between rocks and skimming along cliff edges through mountain valleys isn't just an adrenaline rush. It's a rare chance to explore the hidden heart of Bolivia's rugged countryside.